Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trey, and welcome back to some more Doki Doki Blue Skies. I need to turn the music down because it's blaring in my ears, and the most I like this song is a little bit too loud. In the last episode, we carved pumpkins with Sayori. That's about it. That's really the only thing eventful. And we kind of admitted to our feelings for Sayori to our mother, and at the end of this whole context as we played. I'm assuming Resident Evil, because they said third-person detective horror scenario. So I'm assuming it's either Resident Evil or some other game. Man, do I regret staying up late yesterday. I knew it would be a bad idea. I knew I'd struggle staying awake. In more ways than one, I really am my worst enemy. Really, I pulled myself back in the land of the living, determined to make an effort to pay attention to Sakurai. Would anyone care to give me a brief recap of the events that took place at the start of the war? It's alright, don't all line up at once. I gritted at marveling at how his humor is possibly the only thing keeping me awake. I hope he doesn't ask me, though. It's hard enough staying awake, let alone actively contribute. Luckily, Shiori spares you from that possibility of giving you a perfect answer. Well explained. Your teacher definitely deserves a pay raise. He chuckles to himself, carrying on. Well, I paid attention for a couple minutes. That means I'm entitled to a nap, right? Oh, I said it when this first happened. I love the little Kitsune sprite. I want to talk about this because this hairstyle, other than the color, is very close to what my hair is. IRL. Very close. I'd show a picture, but not only do I not want to show my face on a video that doesn't have face cam, I am not very clean right now. And I'm not wearing pants. Most importantly. But yeah, I tend to wear up a ponytail a lot, but I tend to have, like, right now it's actually like a little bit shoulder length hair. And so yeah, it's about that long. And I have the, obviously it's all, I basically have it the top really long and the side shaved. But, yeah, I really like the sprite. It's adorable. I fucking love it. Hey, Ryan? Yeah? Just look shyly at the ground. You think we'll be friends forever? What do you mean? Like, we're pretty young and we've been friends for a while. We moved to junior high school. We'll still be friends, right? Even when we moved to high school? Hey, Sayori. Where's this coming from? Of course we will be. You're my best friend. I always enjoy hanging out with you. You're my best friend too, Ryan. You've always been really nice to me. I just don't want to lose that. Sayori, being so silly. I know. I have an idea. Something that means we'll always be friends. Ooh, what? We should get married. Married? Isn't that what grown-ups do? Yeah, but we're 8 now. That's a pretty big... Anyway, what'd you think? If we're married, does that mean we'll be friends forever? I think so, yeah. I mean, my parents are friends and they're married, so that means that's how it works, right? Oh my god, that's adorable. I fucking love it. I'm crying. It's funny. Okay, how do we do it then? I think you have to get a grown-up to say it. Let me go find mommy. Hang on. Yes, darling, what's up? Me and Siri getting married. Oh my god, this is funny. I'm laughing because it's kind of like embarrassing because of how cute it is. But at the same time, it's actually like really funny. Marriage, eh? My, that's really mature of you two. She smiles fondly at us both. Oh, you two are so cute together. But being married isn't easy, you know. We're gonna support each other, and more importantly, do special things to your partner. Like what? Mom leans forward, a playful look in her eyes. Things like sharing your chocolates, Sayori. Sayori gasps. Do you think you could do that? And Ryan, you'll have to compromise too. What does that mean? Let's say that one day you wanted to play video games, but Sayori wanted to go to the park. What would you do? Easy, we go outside first, then come in and play. Come on, this marriage stuff is so easy. Mom chuckles to herself. Oh, if it were that easy. Well, you're clearly ready then. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll be best friends forever. Even in 50 years? Even in 50-100. Wait, that's a big number, right? With a stardom goes back to the president. President! I am... Boom! My brain's gone. Just gone. Dead. This is again a history class I expect to learn about when I started this class. Man, where did it all go wrong? We used to be inseparable. Best friend until the end, no matter what happened. I know we're talking getting along again these days. Those are a few good years where we had no contact. She says she loved being around me. She didn't want to lose what we had, even though she probably felt estranged as we began to drift. As Sakurai talks, an uncomfortable feeling of guilt bubbles up within me. But we're friends now, right? There's no sense lamenting on the past. Everyone, open your textbooks to a segment on trench warfare. Once you're out, the main features, what it was, how it worked, and how both sides tried to break out of it. I jokingly made a Twitter poll when talking about my next gold weapon in Call of Duty. Zombies in particular. And I made a meme name for all the weapons I was using. I called the trench shotgun the German Nightmare. Because in World War I or II, I think it was World War I, the Germans tried to outlaw the use of a trench gun, or the M1987 trench shotgun, with a bayonet, because it was very, very because it was unfair. Yet they literally did what in World War I and II? I fucking find it so funny. It looks like I can't get away with idly just listening in the background anymore. After all, the bell rings, the usual stampede occurs with students eager to head to lunch. So making my way over to the courtyard, I spot Natsuki. Hey Natsuki, how are you doing? Oh, it's you. I'm alright, I guess. I keep on thinking I'm on the same episode, but I forgot I paused in between each one. The awkward moment of silence, a given, I suppose, as this is one of my first times talking to Natsuki one-on-one. Looking forward to the Halloween party? Should be fun, I guess. By the way, I don't suppose you've seen Sayori, have you? Did you guys walk to school together? Yeah, but she wasn't there this morning. I wouldn't reply to her text. I ended up walking alone. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do this to me again! Huh, weird. Nah, I haven't seen her. I'll tell you if I see her. Thanks, I'm on my way to have lunch if you want to join. I don't know, I'm good. I've already eaten anyway. No, you haven't. No, you fucking haven't. I've seen your ending of the main game. You have not eaten. Stop! Oh, okay. See you around then. She simply waves and turns away. I'm gonna spoil the ending, or not necessarily the ending, but a lot of the traits that each character has for the main game, and they kind of show a little bit in this. I'm gonna be honest. The game's been out for how many years now? 3 years. The thing with Natsuki is her father is very strict and abusive. So the whole thing about her eating and me saying no, she hasn't, is because her father is malnourishing her. Yuri, obviously, as you saw in our playthrough, she's very yandere / self-harm-esque, and Sayori obviously is fucking depressed. But I wonder if she's like this with everyone she meets. I don't have much time to ponder the question as once again spot Yuri in my way to the courtyard. Sayori absent, don't really feel like sitting alone. Yuri seemed happy to talk last time. I can't imagine today would be any different. Hey Yuri. Once again, my greeting startles her. It's slightly comical, although I do feel a bit bad for making a jump. I love Yuri! Yuri's my favorite character for that reason! I'm doing Sayori's route to change things up, so I'm not doing the same one over and over again. But still, this is cute. Ah, right. Sorry, I didn't expect you again. I'll stop being a ninja, I promise. She laughs softly, closing her book and pulling out a box of food. Mind if we sit outside again? She nods and stands up. By the way, have you seen Sayori around? Sayori? Did she not walk with you? Nope, didn't meet me in the morning, didn't answer my calls. Just wondering if you'd seen her around or anything. I can't say I have. Apologies. No worries, I didn't expect you have to. I don't think she came to school today. Temporary low conversation feels a little awkward. Yuri is engaged in leading a conversation or diverting a topic. She's fiddling with her hair, clearly thinking hard for something to say. Anyway, I'm curious. What are your thoughts on Halloween? Given you like horror so much. Well, are you sure you want to know? I hate to bore you. Nah, not at all. I asked you specifically, after all. It wouldn't bore me in the slightest. Well, to be truthful, while most people typically feel frightened by all the monsters and horror villains that come out to play, Halloween, ironically enough, makes me feel safer. Why is that? It feels like I belong, if that makes sense. That's not weird, is it? Yuri, seriously, you don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to make fun of you or anything, I promise. What do you mean by belong? Well, today when most people get in the spirit of horror. If it's only for one day, a day where the macabre becomes the norm. I get a sense of belonging from it, because Halloween is typically compromised of horror stories, movies, etc., although I'm not a fan of commercialism. It detracts a little from Halloween's actual meaning. Oh, you mean the cheesy bats, spiders, skeletons they hang up in stores? Precisely. Yeah, that's understandable. I'll admit I'm not huge in horror. Whoa, what the fuck was that? fucking bird. I'm gonna be shocked the mic didn't just pick that up. A bird just flew into my fucking window. Okay, no, it got up. It's fine. Okay. If the mic didn't pick that up, I'm gonna be shocked. I'll admit, I'm not huge in horror, but Halloween's always been fun. Did I click off the game? I did. Oops. So every night spray each other, scare each other with stories, that sort of thing. Obviously, we haven't done that in a good few years. Another pang of guilt. Spending such days with someone else. I imagine that must be wonderful to share. It's definitely something. We carve pumpkins together over the weekend. We'll be bringing them to the club, actually, so you can check them out. I look forward to it. Back to your initial question, though. If writing this horror villains can be I would be hard-pressed to deny that their personalities or motives are interesting. Take Frankenstein's monster, for instance. The very fact it isn't a given name and only referred to as the monster makes it think it would behave like a mindless beast. Yet, once created, it is unaware of its own identity and even becomes frightened. It's able to forge relationships with a family of peasants and even saves a human girl. It is consistently misunderstood, even being shot for its efforts. Even after being mistreated by its creator, it still mourns the creator's death. Hard behavior and emotion you expect a typical monster to display, don't you think? But I can always count for Yuri to have a thought-provoking discussion, that's for sure. When you put it like that, I can definitely see what you mean. I guess just by labeling something as a monster, people automatically assume it'll behave like one, right? So in giving it a personality and, well, human emotions, it does make you question whether the monster is really, well, a monster. Definitely. It's honestly fascinating. Let's have lunch break passes by in a blur. Before I knew it, the bell has rung and it's time to go. Well, that's another day over. Joey's been on my mind all day, no matter how much I try and distract myself. He's probably just ill, doing the stuff she eats. I guess it was bound to happen sooner or later. Still can't hurt to check for myself. Hey, Sayori? It's me. I'm just wondering if you're okay, you know, because you didn't come to school today. The muffled shuffling as I hear footsteps slowly walk towards the door. You didn't have to. I wasn't feeling well, that's all. I'm trying to sleep it off, so that's why I missed your calls. Sorry. No worries, hey. Yeah, with sore throat, fever? I just got a really bad headache. I'm feeling really dizzy. I can get some stuff in the pharmacy if you'd like. To make you feel better. No, it's okay. I think I'll be fine. Don't you worry about me. As she's talking, I can't help but notice what a mess the room is. I know Sarah has never been on the knee side, but this looks worse than usual. Oh, you're taking the medicine for your headache already? Huh? Friendly follows where I'm pointing and swiftly hides the medicine pack in her pocket. Oh, those. See? You don't have to get medicine for me after all. Right? Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm not in the mood to talk. It's like it's a real meanie. You don't mind, I'm gonna try and get some more sleep. See ya. Sayori, wait. What is it, Ryan? Look, I know you get concerned about me, and it's really sweet. For once, can you just stop it? I'm okay. I'm really just tired and not feeling myself. I stare at her. I'm sorry. I mean to snap at you. I'm just really not in a good mood right now. It's okay. I guess it's not me for worrying too much. I hope you feel better soon, Sayori. Soft click of the door is my only response. There's something going on here that I'm not realizing. The nightmares, the days where she's not herself, the refusal to accept my help. But then the next day she's totally fine. Back to her cheery self. Ah! Am I just overreacting? Maybe I do worry about her too much. Thinking about if the roles were reversed, would I find her overbearing? I don't have anything to hide. Those mom said I have to give it time. So I guess all I have to do is wait. Hopefully it'll be that simple. For now, I'll just play along with her and try to dial back my concern. As tough as that'll be. There's a pattern I'm seeing. I'm not sure if I like it. I need the song immediately. I like it. A refreshing Christmas in the air. The vibrant flurry of reds and oranges and yellows gently swirling around down from the treetops. It's definitely autumn. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, Discord. And with autumn comes Halloween. While I'm not into horror as much as someone like Yuri, I've always enjoyed Halloween. It gives a good excuse to indulge all the things horror, not to mention prank friends and enemies. And Sayori and I used to go on each other when it came to Halloween pranks. Speaking of, she's late as usual. Sayori, there you are. Hurry up or we'll miss out on all the fun. Oh my god! I really, really like this sprite! I want to give credit. I need to ask who did the sprites for Halloween. This is a really cool sprite. Took a little nap at school, so I was putting on my costume. A little nap, huh? Then he tells us that this nap is more than just a cat nap. Well, you still look pretty nice, at least. A cowgirl, huh? Like the Halloween. I like the Halloween test on. It has a cool vibe to it. You look great as well. I haven't seen you in a costume for ages. It's really bringing back memories. Thanks. Yeah, can you believe that I actually put effort into this? I laughed to myself. There I was, thinking I'd outgrown Halloween, yet here I am. Well, you have to. It's Halloween after all. I just wonder what the others are going to look like. The question lingers in my head as we make our way to school. Along the way, I spot a couple other people also dressed up. One guy looked too out of the ordinary. Brown fedora, red and green sweater. This glove that's the giveaway. It's our sports of rollerblades. I really want to see a good Freddy Krueger cosplay. Upon a closer look, his face looks charred and burnt. Impressive makeup, to say the least. Sayori flinches as she passes him. I look at that guy. I bet he'll give me nightmares. Whether that was the intentional pun, whether that was an intentional pun or not, is up for debate. Ooh, look at them, Ryan. I can't help but grin as I see what Sayori is pointing to. A group effort with one person as a Great Dane dog onesie. Next to him stands a nervous-looking guy with shaggy brown hair, with a confident look. Blonde man leads the pack, accompanied by two women. Fuck it! Wow, lots of references. Pretty big contrast to the costume we saw beforehand. So, Freddy Krueger and I'm assuming Scooby-Doo. Is Scooby meant to be a Great Dane? I've never thought of that. A lot of school feels more like a parade with a variety of characters range from horror to cute, western, eastern. A creepy looking pale girl with jet black hair covering her face, ambles past us without a word. Sayori clings to me. Oh god, that's what? Grudge? Or is it meant to be Ring? No, Grudge is like gargly groan. Is it meant to be the girl from the Ring? I don't know her name off the top of my head. I apologize. Well, it is Halloween. I know. Just so these costumes and makeup are so convincing. I squeeze her hand gently. Sayori, they're just people having fun. Look, I'll say hello to the next one. You'll see they're just celebrating Halloween. There's nothing to be afraid of. She doesn't look convinced, but she nods anyway. The next person to walk by us doesn't look too scary. Carol looks like a janitor with dark overalls and an expressionless white mask. Oh, it's Mike. Oh, it's my boy Mikey Myers. Sure, the mask has been unsettling, but at least he... Oh, never mind. He's got a huge knife. Hey, nice costume. The masked man doesn't reply, although he does stop walking. Now he's just standing there wordlessly looking at us both. I don't think this is doing Sayori any favors. You, on your way to a party? The response. He tilts his head as his fingers fiddle with the hilt of his knife. Oh my god, I'm having a field day with the references. Oh my god. Well, Sayori tucks him as he was the man carries on walking. Maybe he was a mime. Sure, let's go with that. Oh, I'm having a field day with the references. Oh my god, I love it. The school grounds are completely different at night. With the lights out and the usual noise absent, the whole building has a totally different vibe. If you're unfamiliar, Michael Myers is what they're referencing to the movie Halloween. And his thing obviously has a William Shatner mask, like a janitor outfit, and the head tilt. The fact that they managed to get the head tilt. Oh my god, I love you, developers. I love you. Usual school grounds are completely different at night. With the lights out and the usual noise absent, the whole building has a totally different vibe. Can't help but shiver slightly as we draw closer. It's crazy how the hustle bustle of the place really brings it to life. The icon, the Seaman School looks like they talk about haunted buildings you see in horror movies. The windows, devoid of any light, are sinister and uninviting. A faint light of the moon basks the ground in an ethereal glow. Either way, you must be the only students who are breaking into the school to celebrate Halloween. Hardly the most wild places to break into, but the site in front of me confirms that it's perfect for the festivity. Ian? Don't tell me you're scared, Sayori. Hey, you are too! I puffed my chest out in a comedic display of fox bravado. I am not! She playfully rolls her eyes. If you say so. By the way, where are the others? Right behind you. I can't help but let out a yell of surprise as the unexpected voice caused me to jump out of my skin. Meanwhile, Sayori is in a fit of giggles, shaking with laughter. Hey, what's so funny? Don't tell me you weren't scared either. I saw her coming. Oh my god, Monica! Oh god, what's a reference to? Oh my god, what is it a reference to? This is a clear, obviously she's meant to be a cowgirl, but I think it's a reference to, Vampire Hunter. It's like it gives you a very Vampire Hunter-looking vibe. What is this a reference to? Oh my god, there's a video game that she looks exactly like she's from. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me if I don't remember. Somebody in the comment section if you know, or I'll ask the devs and I'll put it on the screen if I remember to ask them. Oh my god, what is this a reference to? Oh my fucking god. It looks good though, again, amazing sprite work. Amazing. Looks so cute. I didn't think I could make Monica cuter, and they did. Mine was an expression of torn between sympathy and amusement. Sorry, Ryan, but it was too good an opportunity to pass up. You should have seen your reaction. I pull a face. Very funny. Nice costume, by the way. She does a twirl. Thank you. I wasn't sure what to go with in the end. It felt weird putting on a costume. I can't remember the last time I did anything for Halloween. I'm guessing the first time you've broken into school, huh? You shouldn't be proud of that. Aw, come on, Monica. Where's your sense of rebellious teenage spirit? You're a witch, after all. Are they meant to put up to mischief? Okay, so it is what I thought it was. Yeah, come on. It'll be a lot of fun. No one will find out. In all the excitement preparing for Halloween, I totally forgot that Monica was the perfect student. I think the reason why they haven't name-dropped all of these characters specifically is copyright, probably. But this definitely looks like a Van Helsing thing. I was trying to remember the name. It was Van Helsing. This right here reminds me of it, especially the belt buckle. But the thing that definitely gives it away is because McCree in Overwatch has a skin that's almost identical to this. The thought of breaking, especially into school, must be completely foreign to her. Still, sometimes you gotta have a little fun. Today of all days as well. A wry smile works its way onto her face. Just for today. It turns out breaking into school is kind of easy. Either that or we just got lucky. You managed to find a window that's unlocked. The interior of the darkened school looks just as spooky as the exterior. My mashing is doing me no favors. Every time we make things exceedingly unwelcome, like we stumbled into the den of a monster. In this area, Monica near me, I can't help but feel uneasy yet. I was all for the idea of breaking into school, but now that we're actually inside, it's only dawning on me how creepy darkened schools really are. I swear I heard a rumor that a couple years ago, students committed, fuck me, a student committed suicide in this very school. Did she hang herself? I shiver as I simultaneously try to block out the memory and try to remember more of it. No, that wasn't. She just disappeared one day. No trace of her, almost like her very being was just gone, like that. I mentally shake myself. Did they just reference the main game? I just now caught on. I mentally shake myself. No, that didn't happen. There's just silly rumors that kids like this write to creep each other out. But a part of me can't help but imagine. What if that did actually did happen? Would a ghost be roaming these very halls associated with vengeance prowling for victims? What if... Here we are. Monica's voice sounds me out of my spectral spiel. We're outside the club where I spot Yuri and Natsuki aside, poring over a pumpkin carving. Shame we're doing it in this room. Huh? Why? Well, it's Halloween, right? The classroom opposite us is where that one student hung herself. I freeze as Monica winks at me, opening the door. I think this is the Lovecraft Club song. I heard that this is one of the best songs on the soundtrack. Yep. I want to use this for a video. I might use it for another video. Hey guys, you two look great. Whoa! I'm fucking speechless. That is the best one! Unless Asuki's is gonna blow me away. This outfit suits Yuri so much. Oh my god, I love it. Yuri blushes. It looks like she's gone for some sort of gothic vampire outfit, which, given her taste in horror and poetry, is a really good fit. Thank you, Monica. It is quite enjoyable to express my love for horror in this way. Poems are, of course, gratified to write, but this makes a nice change. Siri wonders about trying to figure out what Yuri is meant to be. Are you, a vampire? Yes, a gothic one, in the vein of Anne Rice's vampires. I knew that's what she was going for! I'm like, I couldn't remember the name, but I like this style where it's very, like, Valedictorian or just Victorian era vampires. I've really fucking loved those designs. It's not too dark, is it? Relax here. It's Halloween. It's pretty much a day dedicated to horror. It's fitting. I really like yours as well. Natsuki's pretty spooky. Oh, now that's just adorable. Oh, now that's just fucking adorable. Ooh, that should be your name for today. Sorry, where the heck are you? That's spooky. That's your new name. It's super fitting. Suki looks at Monica and Yuri in a desperate plea. After getting no response, he sighs deeply and starts up again. Sayori, yeah? That's really the stupidest thing I've heard all day. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick screenshot. I think it's... boop. Done. Because this is adorable! I'm making my wallpaper. Fuck yes I am. Everyone but Sayori breaks out into laughter. Hey, that's super mean! Sorry, but it's the truth. But it's cute! Cute? I'm a skeleton. How in the world is that cute? It's Halloween. This day is supposed to be like the opposite of cute. Well, I won't lie, it's a pretty fitting name, that's spooky. She grins. Sorry. Oh, come on, Yuri could have come up with a better nickname. Yuri? You're putting me on the spot here, Natsuki. To her credit, at least she didn't call her Natsuki. Right? Sorry, I really can't deny Sayori a moment of glory. Fine, but only if I get her to give her a dumb nickname, too. Wait, sorry, what exactly are you? A cowgirl, right? Sayori tips her head down and adopts a southern cowboy drawl. It's high noon. God damn it! I can't go one game where there's a cowboy or cowgirl and not have a high noon joke. God fucking damn it. Because I played a game recently on my own time that was meant to be like, I think it was a partner game for Cowboys vs. Aliens. And they literally had this line and I fucking hated it. Well, not a very good one. There's a silence for a moment. This close you can almost hear the tumbleweed going by. Fitting for a cowboy, at least. Sayori? It's midnight. It's ham! It's high moon. We're watching too many spaghetti westerns, Sayori. Spaghetti? No, I'm just hungry. This is the part of the reason why I like Halloween. It really brings everyone together, even if the premise of the festivity is a bit dark. I figured you liked the Halloween the most, Yuri. It's pretty much a day dedicated to horror. Although it's pretty great seeing a skeleton, a cowboy, a vampire, and a witch all in the same room. Not exactly every day you get to see that. I just remember all the silly things we get up to. Oh, the pranks, the scary movies. Yeah, it's pretty silly, but that's what makes it fun. Let's get ready to the scary world of my ghost story. It's gonna be the best. Aw, that's spooky. Please don't make it too scary. I already passed a bunch of people in terrifying outfits on the way here. This horrible guy with a glove made of knives. Yuri smiles softly, no surprise she recognizes the character. You won't sleep well tonight, will you, Sayori? Sorry, Sayori. Can't make any promises. We all share a collective laugh as Sayori pouts. Speaking of festivities, we brought something that I believe would contribute to the intoxicating nature of the mysticism of Halloween. It's rather decadent, but it's a special occasion. Yuri, stop using big words, my tiny brain can't handle it. Yuri slides a slender black wine bottle out of her bag. Its glass takes an alluring shine beneath the fluorescent lights. I'm starting to find a nice Chianti. Eh? Yuri! Is that apple cider already? No, I think that's wine. I've done something wrong again, haven't I? I don't think alcoholic drinks are allowed on school grounds now, are they? Not to mention that we're underage anyway. Well, that's never really stopped anyone from drinking. It's surprisingly true in terms of my school. I'm sorry, I just thought I'd given that we're trespassing anyway. I don't know what I was thinking, and now the atmosphere is ruined, too. It's fine, Yuri. At least you didn't bring it during a regular club meeting. Did you care enough to let anyone catch you with it? I'll have to admit, though, you're the last person I would expect to bring something like that here. Yuri must be under the influence of witching hour or something. There's still an hour or so until the witching hour. You know what I mean. It's okay, I'll just add to the story. The story? Yeah, you know the story that we'll be telling people later about tonight? Hey, I better leave that spooky stuff out of it. Nope. Theory! That's spooky! Alright, cut it out, you two. To be honest, though, I am a bit curious about how the wine tastes. Oh, come on, Mark. Aren't you supposed to be the responsible one here? Right. Natsuko gave us the wine as she says that, though. So Yuri and Natsuki seem to be glancing at the ball curiously while Yuri hesitantly stows it back in her bag. Okay, everyone. Let's move along to the main event, shall we? Who wants to share their poem first? Should I start with the best or should I start with the worst? I'm starting with the middle. Oh god, there's a lot. I thought it was just a little weird bug. Riviere. I wake up, cold, black night, silent and still. I fall to my knees, splinters in my hand, dust in the air, cold. Where am I? I reach for the light I need. Is it there? The switch is pressed. I feel the warmth on my face and hands, my arms, and my... I wake up. It's dark all over, cold. Silent and numb, I reach my hand out. I have no eyes to see, but I can feel it. I press the switch, the warmth fills me. The dark comes again. I die again. I wake up. Noise in my ears. Voices. Cold. I reach out and feel. Nothing. Where is it? Wasn't it real? Wasn't it here? Everyone reaches, but nobody can touch it. The dark comes again. We all die again. I wake up. Here again. Monica bows a little after she finishes. I mull over what she's read. I don't really get it. That sounds like something Yuri would have written. Oh, is that a bad thing? Of course not. What does Riviere mean? I don't think I've ever heard it before. In English, sure, they mean something like having a pleasant daydream. But say, yeah, like, the only time I've ever heard that word used other than its actual context is Destiny 2 because the entire, Dreaming City armor set is called Riviere Dawn. So it's Daydreaming Dawn, essentially. When it comes to a French word, that means madness. Ah. Perfect for Halloween, isn't it? Monica smiles, looking a bit more sinister than normal somehow. How cultured. Yuri looks a bit distressed at the implication in Natsuki's sarcasm and the idea that Monica's poem sounded like something she might have written. Do both meanings relate to the poem? You could say that. What do you mean? Talks on how a blissful act can make the pain go away. For a little while. We're gonna go with Natsuki next. Let's see how Natsuki did. The dark. Sometimes I lie awake at night, sitting in a room devoid of light. I think about the monsters waiting in the dark. I can't even imagine what they look like. Maybe sharp claws and skin lined with spikes. Maybe a mouth that could swallow me whole. Maybe red eyes that could pierce my soul. If they could eat me right now if they wanted, yet they wait. Waiting for me to close my eyes, waiting for me to dream of the light, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But now I'm thinking about the monsters and I'm still lying awake in the dark. Yeah, I know it's not great. Actually, I quite like it. It's pretty obvious that horror is something out of your comfort zone. But you did an exceptional job at combining your style of writing with horror. Fear is a complex emotion, so it's a challenge putting it into simple words, but I'd say you did quite well. I would have to agree with Monica. Fear is something that isn't meant to be completely understood. The complexity behind what a person fears and why they're afraid is almost unfathomable. I pressed the wrong button. Your poem is about the fear of the dark, or more specifically a fear of the unknown, yes? Yeah. I just don't like not knowing what's there. I don't like not feeling safe. The poem's all about how you're managed to play tricks on you when you're in the dark. You know, there's no such thing as monsters, but like, you can never be completely sure. That's what scares me. That uncertainty. I can relate. But I was just saying, it's something a feat encapsulates something as complex as fear into 4 simple stanzas. Natsuki smiles proudly. What can I say? I'm good at what I do. Yeah, well done, Natsuki. So if you say that one more time, I'll... Anyway, moving on. I will admit, yeah, I got the theme right out of the gate. It's just a fear of the dark. It's nice. That's why I like Kitsune's poems because they are simple. You can get it right out the gate. But the fact that she managed to convey that horror... I mean, obviously, they were probably handwritten for these. But still, whoever wrote that particular line, those lines, other than obviously Natsuki, did really well, and I like it. Yuri. Oh, God, I'm gonna have struggle... Where are my glasses? I need my glasses to read these. Hold on. Pause. Need my damn glasses. I can't read without my glasses. I can't read without my glasses. I don't usually wear them on a game because they're fucking... They aren't blue light glasses. So... Ooh, God, they're dirty as fuck right now. Hold on. Yeah, they're not blue light glasses, so it's like... Me wearing glasses doesn't really help my eyes. It's just meant for distance, but sometimes reading... like, when it's an amalgamation like cursive, it's very difficult. They're very dirty, though. That's the only downside. It's almost noontime, which means by the time I'm done recording this episode, my video should have gone up for today. Somber sons of midnight malice float around in a chastised chalice, riding otherworldly winds. Letters tear from nails pinned. I can't read the rest of it, unfortunately, but I'll at least let you guys read it. It's not that I can't read it, it's that I physically can't read it. For a moment, the room is silent. Oh no, I went too far, didn't I? No, it's just the kind of thing we're looking for. Would you like to tell us what you were thinking when you wrote this? Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. It's a bit hard to describe, but sometimes there are nights where my mind seems to be full of noise. Nights where I can hear. She trails off absent-mindedly. Did she get off caught up in her own poem that much? Hey! Or to Yuri! Ah! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked. It's okay, Yuri. Don't feel like you have to rush. Yeah, take your time. Right. Well, as I was saying, I want to try and capture the feeling one might have on a bit of a dark night. Wait, aren't all nights dark? It's a metaphor, so Yuri. I think Yuri's trying to talk about when people are going through a difficult time. That's right. The dead of night can be very fickle. Peaceful time, as the world around us winds down. But sometimes, being alone with our thoughts can be terrifying. So was an attempt to reclaim some of that darkness. I think you did a great job with that, Yuri. Yeah, I really liked it. You did? Thank you. Last but not least, my baby girl Sayori. My old friend. There's this dark and hollow thing that follows close to me and clings. It sticks to me and turns and turns. When I spin around and discern in the dark and the deep, the faintest shape it keeps. It goes away when sunlight shines, the sunshine sweet and warm and kind. But does it really? Is it gone? Or does it secretly keep on? Is it really hiding there, staring from beneath the chair, glaring from atop the stairs, nowhere but everywhere. In the corner, in the gap, I stare in, it looks back. Weighing down, draining out. That was very interesting theory. I was suggesting a poet step out of their comfort zone a little bit, especially when it comes to writing horror. What do you mean? You typically don't write darker poems, correct? Unless I've misinterpreted. No, you're right, Yuri. There's no change of pace and it was fun. Oh, nice. Some of my packages are out for delivery already. Goody. That was a real change of pace, and it was fun. Well, I'm glad my assistant has gone down real well, then. I figured it'd be fitting for the occasion. Don't give her too much praise. She'll start thinking she's the next Stephen King. Hey! I'd be a great horror writer. Actually, no, wait, I wouldn't. I'm not big on, actually scary stuff. Makes sense. What's the problem about anyway? Oh! What's about whatever you think it's about? Are you trying to sound like Yuri? No, silly. I didn't write with a specific thing in mind. Can we remember what you fear the most? Hiding away, always there, never leaving. You think it's all sunshine and rainbows. And never truly goes away. So it could be whatever you think it is. A terrible secret, a scary monster, a childhood fear of the dark. It could be made up, or it could be real. It doesn't just scare you. Maybe whatever it is drains you as well, bit by bit. What makes it scary is knowing it's always there. Holy crap! They said no one expected that from her. The temporary silence of the room confirms that. Tsuki frowns, evidently non-pulsed by what she just heard. Even the cool, complex Monica looks a little taken aback. Yuri, on the hand, smiles contentedly, seemingly unfazed by the somber explanation coming from Sayori's mouth. Wow. Okay, it's just not me who didn't see that coming, right? Laughter fills the club room. I mean it, Sayori. Your use of metaphors and use of darker thematic imagery was very refreshing to see. Let's do me a favor, don't turn her into another Yuri, okay? Natsuki! Kidding. It was great, Sayori. Aw, you guys. Alright, guys, all your poems have been pretty good so far. But just wait till you hear my poem. An evil grin sits across my face as I whip up my own poem. If you're this confident, I'll be looking forward to recitation. Whoops, I misclicked! Did you put extra effort into this one, right? Extra effort into this one? Well, not quite. What's that supposed to mean? It's not a poem that I wrote myself. Ryan. But I promise you it's very appropriate for the occasion. It's a poem that has an urban legend attached to it. It's told if you read out loud, you'll be cursed that something tragic happens to you. Maybe even death. Ah! Hey, that's so scary. I know, right? It's great. This poem is titled Tomino's Hell. Written by a poet named Saijo Yasuo. This happens, this poem is the poem I'll be reading to you all. At this very moment. Ryan! Don't do it. If something bad really happens to you. Pff, yeah, right. It's called an urban legend for a reason, you know. Emphasis on legend, as in it's something that's not real. Still! I'd like to see the data on all the people who have read that poem so far. Sincerely speaking, it's like that something it's like that something tragic will happen to you, eventually happen to you anyway. I find that there's always some element of the truth behind these stories, though. Of course, this truth might not reflect the literal meaning of the stories and legends. However, there's likely a message behind the legend. Yeah, I'm not gullible enough to believe any of this stuff, though. Alright, guys, settle down. You can all voice your thoughts after I read it. I think I've heard this story, but what the fuck is oh. Stream notice. Okay. Elder sister vomits blood, younger sister's breathing fire, while sweet little Tomino just spits up the jewels. All alone does Tomino go falling into that hell, a hell of utter darkness without even flowers. Is Tomino's big sister the one who whips him? The purpose of scourging Link... My god, this handwriting is horrible. Longs in this dark mind, lashing and thrashing him, but never quite shattering. One path to Avicii, the eternal hell. Into the basket of hells, guide him now, I pray, to the golden sheep, to the nightingale. How much did he put in that leather pouch to prepare for his trek to the eternal hell? Spring is coming, to the valley, to the wood, to the surrounding chasms of blackest hell. The nightingale in her cage, sheep aboard the wagon, and tears well up in the eyes of sweet little Tomino. The single nightingale in the vast misty forest. He screams he only misses his little sister. His wailing desperation echoes through hell. A fox peony opens its golden petals. Down past seven mountains and 7 rivers of hell, the solitary journey of sweet little Tomino. If in this hell they can be found, may then come to me please for the sharp spikes of punishment from Needle Mountain. Not just on some empty whim is flesh pierced with blood pins. They serve as hellish signposts for sweet little Tomino. Not sure if it's just me overthinking, but I feel a strange chill running down my spine after reading that. Ryan! That was seriously too scary. Ha! It was alright. Probably downplay it, at least, for Sayori's sake. I'd have to agree with Sayori. It had a very creepy, old-fashioned feel to it. After hearing it, I wouldn't doubt that something bad looms in your future. Monica! Personally, I found that poem quite beautiful. Of course, it's certainly eerie, but there are a lot of symbols and metaphors I could pick out just from hearing that one reading. I got to look into this poem more in my free time. You guys think that was scary? It was pretty meh in my opinion. That poem was clearly trying too hard to be edgy and smart. If I may respectfully disagree, tone and word choice of the poem matches its content. It's not written that way to simply be edgy. After all, if I understood it correctly, Tomino was banished to hell for murdering his own parents. Eh? How'd you get that out of the poem? Well, Many automata on the way to Avicii, the lowest hells in Buddhism. And killing one's parents is one way that you get sent there. Oh, well, whatever. I still don't like it. But you guys can agree to disagree. Whatever you like, whether you like the poem or not, you'd have to agree that it and the legend attached to it are pretty interesting, right? I mean, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna have to keep a good eye on you from now on. This is the case the legend comes true. Sayori, there's probably a bigger chance that something bad will happen to you first, given how clumsy you are. Hey! We all share a laugh with Sayori joining in after a moment of pouting. Guys, this has been so enjoyable. It's fun to scare your friends with silly pranks, and dressing up is also a lot of fun. Although, I don't really like horror that much. It's just so scary to think what could be out there. Stop being a chicken, Sayori. Hey, you're the one who got scared by Monica earlier. The girls all laugh at my expense and let out a groan. She's never gonna let me live this one down. Touche. Anyway, it's ghost story time, right? I don't really know many ghost stories, to be honest. Aha. Sorry. But, oh my god, it's been 45 minutes. I looked on the internet to find some. Most are super long, like this one about a... what was it? Some kind of sleep experiment? See where you're rambling. Oh, oops. Sorry, I'm new to telling serious stories. I'm curious though, guys. What sights or sounds scare you? I'll be honest with you. Silence scares me, especially after I read a gripping horror story. Just me to find reverse music really creepy? My piano teacher showed me a few reverse pieces once. Just felt wrong to listen to, especially when there's vocals. Start hearing things that aren't there. I don't know. Come on, Suki, that's just something out there that creeps you out. You'll just laugh. We won't. She was right, Natsuki. We've all shared. What is it? Suki averts her eyes, talking to the floor. The noises that children's toys make. It's like when I'm home alone and I think of like a Jack-in-the-Box playing by itself. It'd creep you guys out too. No, I'm with you. I've always found anything to do with children scary, especially in the dark. Then a baby's crying, for example. Normally it's annoying, but if I heard in the dark and there was no one else around... Ugh. Well, it's fitting you mentioned that, Ryan. Don't you remember that argument we had on Halloween back when we were like 10? No. Sorry, where is this going? We were both on our way to Halloween party. It was pretty quiet out, so you could hear everything. Heard the sound of a baby crying. But it wasn't coming from inside anyone's house or anything. There weren't many people in the streets either, and it definitely wasn't one of them. It's going from down a dark alleyway. Shivers down my spine exactly what incident she's talking about. I remember I wanted to go out and investigate. I was scared as a toddler in danger. But you didn't let me. You were too chicken to... Hey! Okay, we were just in a rush. But anyway, pretty creepy, right? That's the kind of thing we mean about babies crying being creepy. I was a bit scared myself. But looking back, I'm glad you convinced me not to go. Guess being a wimp has its perks, huh? Yuri, Siri, and Natsuki all laugh. Monica, however, looks like she's been slapped in the face. Guys, do you not realize how lucky you were? Eh? Oh god, you guys have no idea. What? Siri, did anything seem off about that baby's cry? Scrooge turns her face in an attempt to recall. No, not really. Well, this sounded a bit repetitive, though. But the cries didn't change much. Monica's voice shakes as she replies. Guys, that's what serial killers do, to lure out young women. I can't help but burst out laughing. What, pretending to be babies? Come on, Monica. Yeah, I'd be going for a second there, but you kind of ruined the punchline. She looked straight into my eyes. No, Ryan. They record a clip of babies' cries and hide the speaker in a dark place. They prey on Werber's maternal instincts because they know they're attracted to sounds of infants in distress. The laughter dies on my lips as cold, sickening silence takes its place. Oh my god. That's why the cries didn't sound natural. They just recorded a small segment and replayed it over and over again. It all makes sense now. The unnatural cries in the dark alleyway. A meticulous, calculated effort to ensnare an unsuspecting victim. Wait, hang on. Did Miss Kasumi go missing around that time? Miss Kasumi used to teach Sayori and I a long time ago. What happened to her exactly? Sayori shrugs. We were told that she moved away, suddenly to work in a different part of the country, right? People still use horrors about what happened to her. But they really make sense. Hang on. She had a child of her own that year, didn't she? Oh god, she did. My parents really wouldn't discuss her whenever I asked. They were super dismissive of the whole thing. I always wondered why. Oh my goodness. Wait, you guys actually believe that? Everybody looks at Natsuki shocked. Oh, come on! There's no way you guys almost walked into a trap. Besides, it's just an urban legend. What happened to their teacher then? She just disappeared and Ryan's parents refused to talk about it? I don't know about you, but that just seems pretty convenient for this story. Or maybe some things are better off left unanswered, huh? Well, I do hope Siri and I are just misremembering. Well, on that cheerful note, how about we move on to the next story? I'd like to nominate Natsuki. My story? Natsuki, do you not have one? Hey, I never said that. I do, but I just got it off the internet. I don't like horror. So if it's bad, it's not my fault, okay? Natsuki clears her throat. Anyway, it's about these two friends named Aoi and Nariko. Very Japanese. Very, Eastern Asian. So if I butcher the pronunciations, I apologize. Basically, there was rumor going around around their high school about people going in and out of abandoned house on the outskirts of town. Most people thought they were just drug dealers, but some swore by the fact that the house was being used by a cult of some sort. Aoi and Nariko were pretty outgoing and adventurous, so they decided one night to check the place out. They get to the house and it's pitch black out. Luckily, Aoi had brought flashlights for the two of them. Nariko, on the other hand, brought a knife with her, just in case they ran into any trouble. They go inside and the place reeks. Talking about Ryan's room levels of stink. Hey! Everybody bursts out laughing. Was that really necessary? Sorry, I had to. Anyway, look around for a bit. They find the door to the basement, the stairs and second floor, things like that. Finally, they go into the kitchen and find the source of the smell. There's some weed on the table, and it looks to be recently used. This confirms Aoi's suspicions that she's a drug dealer and she wants to leave. Nariko, on the other hand, still wants to snoop around for a bit. They get into an argument with each other while Nariko calling Aoi a coward because she thinks Aoi just wants to leave since she's afraid of all the rumors. Then Nariko goes, yeah, well, if you're not afraid, then go down to the basement. Aoi gladly accepts and walks through the basement door. She opens it, she feels a sharp pain in her back before she can react. She gets pushed down the stairs. She tumbles down the stairs, and once she gets to the bottom, she realizes she can't feel her legs. Her vision is blurred, but she can barely make out the figure standing on top of the stairs with a knife. Last thing Aoi hears before she passes out is Nariko's footsteps as she descends down the stairwell, an old grizzled voice saying, "This one will do nicely." The very next day, Nariko and Aoi call in sick. It's kind of a shame, really. Because they miss out on all the talk about how someone heard strange animal-like growls coming from an old abandoned house in the outskirts of town. So yeah. Hope you liked it, whatever. What happened to Nariko and Aoi at the end? They didn't die, did they? Use your imagination. Nice story, Natsuki. Cults should provide good fodder for horror stories. Indeed, I've read quite a few novels involving cults. Doesn't a portrait of Markov involve something like that? Something similar, yes. Speaking of Yuri and horror stories, how about you go next, Yuri? Me? Alright then. I'll make this one a little bit longer, because this one's a lot of build-up, so. Give me your best shot. You're walking alone one pale autumnal night. The moon is graceful, casting her light down below the snowdrops. As you continue down your path, something shambles behind you. You turn around to look for what it might be, but all you see is a cluster of leaves rifled by the pale air. Slowly returning, you notice the lights in every house around you going out, then flickering before fully extinguishing. With tentative steps, you advance towards one of them to investigate. As you're about to reach a window, you hear something snapping behind you. A broken twig is all that remains. Uncertainly floating around you, and floating around inside your head, you unconsciously start walking faster away from the suburbs. Eventually, you find solace in silence, the only sound being your heartbeat. It's quiet. Nothing bad seems to be happening now. In fact, nothing at all seems to be happening. Confused, you look around and see that you're in front of your house in the street. No one is stirring, nor are there any lights. Gently pacing towards your house, you go through the door, the lights are on, the television's on, but no one is in sight. This is unusual. You're expecting your parents to be home tonight. Have they gone out without telling you? No, that couldn't be it. They always let you know where they'll be. You pull out your phone, open your contacts, give them a call. However, no one is registered in there anymore. No matter how hard you try to remember, you can't call out to them. Suddenly, there's a heavy knock on the door, and you peer through the keyhole, but see no one. Another knock. Another. Yuri, stop! They're going yandere on me again! You cautiously open the door, but there's still no one there. No one anywhere. How did this happen? Why are you alone in the piercing silence? Silence so loud it fills the air. You do not know, and there isn't any way for you to find out. That's it? What a dumb story. Nothing even happened. Where are the scary monsters and stuff? There's no greater fear than the unknown, Natsuki. Sharp claws can be repaired, for enigmatic silence cannot. What's more fearful? Something you know is coming for you, or feeling safe when you're in fact not? What a somber note to end your story on, Yuri. You know I was counting you for a good horror tale, huh? Anyway, I'll go next. Although, a scary story. Now I think about it, I don't think I've come up with a ghost story before. I haven't read too many horror stories either. Well, I guess that isn't a surprise. Just make one up then. It'll be fun. Well, I can't say I've tried that before. Are you trying to get out to tell a story? Of course not. Now I think about it, there is one I've heard of. One expression turns serious. The mood in the room turns serious. She uses the same intensity as she did when she read her poems, and everyone quiets down. A number of years ago, Tenabata had come along as it does every year. The story of a little lost girl. Where am I? She cried. She cried and cried, hoping desperately she could find someone to help her. But the little girl was alone. Nobody could hear her. Just as all hope seemed lost, she heard a voice. Isn't the night wonderful? The girl looked up. Where before there was nobody was now a man in an elegant yukata. He wore what looked like a no mask, but it was completely blank. Behind the man stood a stall. Behind the man stood a stall, masks, and lanterns of all sorts hanging from it. How rude of me, the man admonished himself. Welcome, dear customer. Your heart seems unhappy. Why not take a look at my wares? The man said as he gestured to the mask behind him. Please take one that will bring a smile to your face. The girl looked at the masks. There were ones that looked frightening, the ones that looked strange, and ones that looked exotic, and many others. What about your mask, mister? The girl asked. I'm sorry, but this mask is very special. It's not for sale. The girl looked. I like that mask. It looks really cool. The man laughed softly. It's been called many things. But for us, the first time it's been called cool. Would you like a fruit? The man asked, picking one from the tree behind him. They're sweet and delicious. The girl reached to take it, but the man pulled his hand back. Ah, they're not for children. The girl was confused. But just tonight it should be fine, he said as he offered his hand once again. The festival of the night, children can become adults, and adults can become children. Is that true? Asked the girl. And the man assured her it was. The girl took the fruit and bit into it. It was unlike anything she had tasted before. It was almost overwhelming, but the flavor was wonderful. It's good, the girl said happily. The man laughed again. I'm glad you think so. There's plenty. So please eat all you like. As she ate, the man took down a mask. What about this one? The girl took the mask. Looks like me, but she looks like a princess, the girl said in awe. Do you like it? Please take it. What about money? I asked the girl. I don't need money. Instead, I would like to be friends. Is that okay? Of course, the girl agreed. From now on, we're friends. I'm glad, the man said with gratitude. Why not put on your mask? The girl did so. She was overcome with a strange feeling. Why is it? She asked. At long last, I have dreamt of this moment, my dear Eve. My dear, my Eve, my only friend. The man smiled beneath his mask as he spoke as the light of the stars began to fade. For this festive night where children become adults and adults become children, let it be known. Another unconventional horror story, I see. Haha. Yep, I guess monstrous horror stories are more popular than you think. I rather like the mysterious tone myself. It's very reminiscent of the star of Asian horror stories. You guys have a weird sense of what's scary. I mean, the story is meant to scare you to death. Stories don't have to just be frightening, you know. Well, it is Halloween. Aren't things supposed to be scary today? Halloween is fun too, not just scary. Alright, you guys, break it up. Let's all agree to disagree again. Monaco smiles gratefully at me while Natsuki shoots me a disgruntled look. Anyway, I guess it's my turn to tell a story. This is something that actually happened to a friend of mine. Oh, really? Yes, really. So what happens to Sayuri then? Huh? This story is about me? Is that true? What? No, it's not. Let's begin with the story, shall we? Right, anyway. This friend of mine lived alone in an apartment building. He lived in downtown area and left the party all night. One night he was out as usual. However, when he stumbled back home in the early hours of the morning, he realized that he lost his keys and was locked out of his apartment. So he started having to call his landlord, who was pissed at him for having to wake up in the middle of the night to let him back in. In the end, he was able to get home safely, so that's all that matters, right? I can sort of relate to that comforting feeling. Right, but when he got inside, he noticed that his keys were actually on his nightstand. So he didn't lose them after all. They weren't an extra set that his landlord lent him? Nope, he was able to recognize it by the keychain attached to it. So that's it? Pretty much, yeah. What's so scary about that? Because you haven't realized it yet, huh? What do you mean? The apartment was locked when he got back, right? Yeah, I got that part. But his keys are still in the apartment. So how do you suppose he locked them in? Huh? Someone got to the apartment and placed them inside, then locked the doors themselves on the inside. The only sets of keys are my friend's and his landlord, so whoever it was brought his keys back and was still in the apartment when he got home. Who was it then? He never found out. Aww. You're gonna make me permanently paranoid. That was quite an enjoyable story, Ryan. Although it was short, the realization at the end definitely made up for that. Plus, it's a story calls on the real fears of things like squatters, stalkers, and killers. Who knows, maybe one of us had a squatter living in our own home, hidden away, never to be found. Stop right there, I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, that story wasn't half bad. Heh, glad you all liked it. I'll have to admit, this has been pretty fun, guys. Yeah, it really has. We should do this sort of stuff more often. Sorry, Halloween only comes around once a year. Oh yeah. If I may make a suggestion, we all turn to look at her. Oh well. If it's fitting for the mood, would you like to try the Kukuri-san game? Oh, what's that? Oh no. Oh fuck that. Nope. I'm out. Nope. Ouija boards. Fuck nope. I'm out. It's a Luigi board. It's a Luigi board? If you watch the Phasmophobia video that I on my friend Neoma's channel, you'll get that joke. Isn't that just some urban legend? Only if you believe it is, Natsuki. Ouija board stuff, huh? On one hand, although it's not very hard to scare me, a bit skeptical about ghosts. Well, I've heard them from a lot of people that mess around with the dark arts. It's a dangerous business. We were in a dark school, late at night, with no one else around. Really did open our portal from Love Spirit to enter our world. Who knows what could happen? That's a bit too far-fetched. At least if the spooky ghost kills me, I want to do that math homework that I've been procrastinating for a week. So it's a lot more tempting now. Can you tell us more, Yuri? Of course. Sakura-san is the name of the spirit we'll summon. Kokuri-san. The name comprises three animals: a fox, Kok, a dog, Ku, and raccoon, Ri. Kokuri. Oh, Kokuri! Each animal represents something different. For example, the dog is loyal and protecting, while the fox is a trickster or a teacher. You can ask Kokuri-san different things. You can ask who loves you, whether you become rich, etc. Hang on. You can ask it anything? A devil smile crosses her face. Why don't we ask Kokuri-san when we're going to die? Yuri looks aghast, nervously fiddling with a strand of hair. Natsuki, there are questions you shouldn't ask, and that's one of them. Nah, come on, Yuri. This is the perfect time for it. I don't think you realize what we're getting into. There are many stories of people messing around with spirits, ending with awful consequences. Aw, come on, Yuri. Besides, it's part dog. It's just trying to possess anyone. We can just throw a stick for it. Also, it's a Shinodo spirit, not a demon or ghost. The Spooky is wearing a bone outfit, and we all know dogs love bones. It's just her who has to worry. Spooky would have made a wonderful Medusa death glare like that. Well, seeing as we're broken in and have some illegal contraband on our hands, she's a wicked Yuri who ducks her head down, blushing. Adding an animalistic wraith into the mix, well, might as well. Hey, that's a spirit. Okay then, let's begin the preparations. The ritual set up and the candles dimmed and ready to go. We also had to open a window, which Kuranda Yuri allows the spirit to enter and exit. I'd like to point out something I noticed here. This pumpkin right here, the Doki Doki Blue Skies Discord server, they had a pumpkin as their AVI, and I think this is basically the exact pumpkin model, which is kind of cute. The ambient noise from outside permeates the room, adding to the atmosphere within. So what happens now? I hate this. Place a coin in the red gate. The Tori is where the spirit enters and exits. Everyone, please place your index finger in the coin. The bit of crown you manage to squeeze it to everyone's finger out of the coin. Be careful not to let go of the coin. What happens if we do? Please don't. Fine, let's get on with this already. Alright. Yuri visibly composes herself and continues. Kokuri-san, if you're here, please move this coin. At first, nothing happens. But Suzuki thought, a silly urban no way. There's no way that coin just moved. My eyes have started playing tricks on me. The coin initially on the red Tori slowly slides across the yes. Oh, did you guys see that? Even Natsuki's in a state of disbelief. Alright, who did that? Real jokes to you are very funny. The cricket does can be heard clearly in the silence that follows. No one steps to claim responsibility for the coin's movements. Ah, so that's how it's going to be, huh? Whoever did it, whoever it was, just tell us already. More crickets. But I'm not bringing cupcakes anymore until someone admits to it. But that's spooky! And stop calling me that! I mean, it was Yuri. She was the one who suggested this. Me? I would never. I guess Yuri is a scary cat. Wasn't me either. Yes, Yuri's a scaredy cat too. So at least Ryan and Monica. Natsuki, you ever considered that maybe, just maybe, it really is Kokuri-san moving the coin? Yeah, right, there's no such thing as ghosts. Kokuri-san is a spirit, not a ghost. Same difference. Well, all I have to say is I didn't do it. Natsuki's skeptical gator calls me to hurry on. But I know there's gotta be some sort of scientific explanation for this. I can't be seriously witnessing the paranormal, can I? Okay, Einstein, what's your scientific explanation for this then? I'm working on it. It has to be one of us doing it. I know. Why don't we ask Kokuri-san something that Ryan and I couldn't have known? Given that you seem to suspect us the most. Okay then, Siri, ask it something. What should I ask? I don't know, anything that Ryan and Monica couldn't have known. Oh, I know. Kokuri-san, can you please tell me what I have on the top shelf of my refrigerator? What kind of question is that supposed to be? Sorry, I guess I'm kind of hungry. The banter peters out as we expectantly watch the coin. Suddenly, coins jerks a little to the right. Suki squints as she scrutinizes each of her faces. Meanwhile, the rest of the girl's eyes seem to be glued to the coin. Yuri's face blanching at each further movement. Everyone sees the way the bated breath as the coin slowly inches over. Letter R. A. So Yuri's eyes widen while Yuri ever so slightly backs away from the paper. The coin carries on moving. Ramen? They're leftovers. So you've really got to eat more healthily. But it's so tasty! We should really using Kokuri-san answers us frivolous questions? That wasn't frivolous at all. We were proving whether or not it was one of us moving the thing. And now you have our answer. None of us moved it. Wait, so is that supposed to mean it was Kokuri-san who moved it? Monica seems awfully cheery at this revelation. Man, Monica, does anything faze you? I've just been in such much scarier scenarios than this. Well, so I gotta stay confident as the president, you know? I see. So Kokuri-san is real then? I tried to get you all to take this seriously. I mean, you really can't blame us for thinking that this is all fake. I do think there's a trick to this. Natsuki. Whatever. If you want to take us this serious, I'll take this to serious places, alright? Natsuki! Kokuri-san, what is the date of my death? Yuri throws me a frightened look as we all wait for the coin to move again. Her finger feels cold as icing is mine. Slowly the coin moves from the letter N and inches over to the numbers. N31. 10. 2018. That's today. I don't like this anymore, guys. Some questions are better off not being asked. That can't be true, right? Kokuri-san, what about the other girls in this room? The coin doesn't move. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Don't you want to know the day of your own death? Yeah, like some piece of paper and a coin is going to tell me that. You looked pretty scared earlier. Shut up. As I move away, Yuri gasps. Ryan, we haven't properly finished the game yet. There's a certain procedure. There's no point. He's already broken the finger on the coin rule. What do we do? Sorry, Yuri. I'll come back to help you guys finish in a bit. You better hurry up, Ryan. Phew. Finally, out of the club room. Can't believe that game actually scared me. Although I'm curious to know who rigged the game. It had to have been rigged, right? Perhaps it was pitch black and I opened the door, save for the faint moonlight glinting off the bathroom mirror. The contrast between the darkness and shining glass dazzles me for a moment until I notice it. Dark figure within the glass is standing completely still. All the images I've heard involving mirrors begin to rush to my head. Some instinct stops me from moving, as if doing so would stop me from being noticed. Don't even dare to take a breath. When I start to water from the lack of oxygen, the mirror seems to start wavering as well. I can't take it anymore. Whenever I take a wheezing breath, the figure ducks down as well. Huh? Is that my reflection? Scanning my surroundings, I quickly jump to the light switch and flick it on as fast as possible. Fluorescent lights overhead flicker to life, confirming my suspicions. I glare at my reflection and then snort. Luckily, no one else is there to see that. I slam the stall doors shut on compulsion as a sign of bravado to myself, I guess. Cringing at the shockingly loud echoes of the door reverberating around the bathroom, I cannot remain quiet now. The fridge is tap water and the sink's running with Yuri's icy hands during the game. I should probably hurry back. That was perhaps the most nerve-wracking trip to the bathroom I've ever taken. I shake my head. Snap out of it. All these stories aren't real. Ghosts aren't real. It's awfully quiet inside the clubroom. I wonder what witchcraft the girls are up to now. So in the costume, a pang of fear and adrenaline shoots through my heart. First glance, girls seem to have disappeared. I quickly realize they haven't disappeared. They're all collapsed on the floor and desks. Oh, very convincing, guys. Yeah, I totally believe they were all actually dead. Very funny. So that rustling gets my attention. Something in my peripheral vision moves on the kokiri-san paper. Curious, I amble over. Should never have come. What? Why is the coin spelling this out? Wait, more importantly, how is the coin moving by itself? My own flashback you already said before I left. We hadn't probably finished the game. There's certain procedures that we were supposed to follow. What happens if you don't do all that? Hold on, it's not like ghosts are real though, right? They must be playing a prank on me right now, right? Reaching out to shake Monika's shoulder, she's lying prone on the floor, and I can't help but dread that her body will be cold. I reach down, I freeze. Are those footsteps outside? No one's supposed to be in school, right? In a panic state, I scan the bodies on the floor. All the girls are here, so footsteps grow louder and louder. They don't sound normal. Almost like they're shuffling or dragging along. Is this real? They're starting to hear things now? Blood rushing through my ears is drowning the sound of the footsteps. Where are they now? I can't tell. Are they close by? Should I hide? How much time until they reach the club room? I can't tell. Crap, crap, crap. I myself on the floor, squeezing my eyes shut, the sound of my heart hammering in my chest almost deafening. But with the drumming of my heart, I hear it. The footsteps stopping right outside the club room. Please, please, please don't open the door. Doors rattles open. There's an awful, sickening silence until someone or something breathes. Some kind of raspy gurgling. A low, deep vocalization. Something that sounds off, as if someone had warped the sound in a computer program. Something completely and utterly unnatural that raised the hair on the back of my neck. I feel absolutely paralyzed. My muscles are tense, my jaw aching from clenching it shut in nervousness. If I relax, the adrenaline running through my body would immediately give me away with my trembling. As the sweatshirt goes down the side of my head, I hear it drawing near. A warm voice settles in my neck as someone were breathing over me. I dare not to even breathe. The idea of breathing and the fetid smell of its breath immediately triggers my gag reflex. Am I just imagining this? I can't be, can I? I can't think of any way this could all be just a simple prank. There's no... Wait, any of the girls could have manufactured this being... that this feels wrong to its very core. The temptation to satisfy my curiosity and look at whatever is hovering over me is almost overpowering. But instinct deep within me demands I keep my eyes shut. I can't help but feel the dread that something horrific will happen if I look up. All I can think to do is pray for this thing to go away. Please go away, please go away, please go away, please go away. Maybe this mantra can help me drown out the sheer fear I'm feeling. When I silently chanting my mantra over and over in my head, I realize that the room has gone quiet. Suspiciously quiet. It's too soon to move, isn't it? I'll give it 5 minutes till I peek out the room. Seconds turn to years to decades. I can't tell how much time has passed, and given my panic state of mind, I don't trust myself to judge time well. It feels like an hour has passed, but it's probably more like a minute or two. Or has it been 5 minutes? Should I open my eyes? Should I? Hold on, shouldn't I be getting help for the others soon? This thing happens to me that I can't get help for them anyway. What do I do? How much longer should I hold out for? I can't believe this is actually happening. I've gone insane, haven't I? Do I dare open my eyes? I strain to hear something, anything, but it's completely silent. Do I dare? Do I? Maybe I should, if only to end this torment. Screw it. Cautiously open my eyes the smallest bit, peeking out from behind the curtain of lashes. Nothing's there. There's an empty classroom. Whenever release cascades from my body as quietly as I dare, I let out a breath I've been holding in. I lay there for a bit, breathing heavily. Slowly, I get up and walk over to Monika and desperately shake her. In my hysterical state, I can't help but think she's probably dead. Monika, please wake up. Your face. Monika! My what? You should have seen your face. She sits up, Emerald's eyes tearing from mirth. What did you think? Were you actually dead? Her laughter fills the room as the other girls also sit up. I'm sorry for scaring you twice in one night. But as you said, it is Halloween. This whole thing, it was just a prank? The board? The footsteps? Of course. You already told me about Kukuri-san a week before Halloween, so I was able to rig the answers. It wasn't a ghost or anything like that, dummy. So I would have said that Kukuri-san was right no matter what answer Monika made it give. And the footsteps? There's some little speakers that I had outside the classroom. Sari had the idea to pre-record some footsteps and send them to me to make it sound like there was something coming. Aside all attention leaves my body. At least there was a rational explanation for all of this. As the other girls allowed, can't help but join in. Yeah, they got me fair and square. Okay, guys, I'll admit. Well played. You got me good. I'm curious, though. How'd you get another person to agree to this? Huh? What do you mean? Come on, guys, the game's up. I know it's just a prank. No, seriously, what do you mean? Are you really going to keep up the joke? You know, the guy who came in while I was on the floor. He was all gurgly and raspy, kept making these noises. Like he was saying, I'll sound dumb when I try to mimic him, but it was something like Poe. Ryan? What are you talking about? We didn't ask anyone else to help out. After all, we couldn't take the risk of having someone report that we trespass. Indeed, Monika's roof sent me to rig the Kogori-san ritual and use the speakers. Who are you talking about? As far as we're concerned, we're the only ones in the building. What? You guys are completely serious now? The girls all nod at me. The only things I did were deliberately moving the coin around while I was touching it and rigging the speakers. Nothing else? That's right. Sierra, you swear you're telling the truth. I am. Sierra would never lie to me like that. Lie to me. Lie like that to me. So that means... Wait, so you guys didn't hear it? The other exchange looks of bewilderment. Am I actually losing my mind? Like Gary said, I'm pretty sure it's just us in the building. You're honestly not telling me you didn't hear anything. Girls share a look of alarm. Ryan, relax. There was nothing there. It's okay. You know, if there was some Sukiyo, I would have kicked his butt. The hint of humor along Sierra's reassurance helped me calm down a little. Not exactly convinced because the others didn't see or hear anything. They were in the same room. They must have just imagined it, right? Okay, everyone. It's getting late. Let's clean up and call it a night. I used to think that I'd grown out of Halloween, but it made me realize that anyone can enjoy it. Horror can be fun. Maybe I'll talk to Yuri more about that stuff. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. Just thinking about the Ouija board. That thing really got to you, huh? I'm so scared too, even though I knew my uncle was behind it all. Anyway, I'll see you in school tomorrow. Good night. See ya, Yuri. As I turn and walk home, I can't help but laugh. Yeah, those girls got me good. I never saw that coming. And the bit where the coin was moving by itself was really good too. Wait. My uncle said she rigged the actual ritual. Or she moved the coin around afterwards. Not to mention, there's no way she could have moved it when she was on the floor. The coin, the entity. Does that mean... I take it back. I hate Halloween. Well, I didn't expect it to go on that long, so... I'm gonna end off this episode here. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna end off this episode here. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe to us so you don't miss any videos. And most importantly, follow me in the description below. Follow the podcast so you can keep up to date with those as well if you're interested in listening to me in a podcast format. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
The wolf remains one of his most feared animals.